Good evening, Ken of Tortoise Capital. This is an abbreviated daily strategy podcast for August 17th, 2020. Just a quick look at the market health check right now. So we had a small range day today, made a new 10-day and 30-day high, finished in a doji, the narrowest range of the last 10 days. I consider that to be favorable. It failed to fail further. Didn't really push higher, but it didn't sell off, and it maintained the gains of the last 2 weeks. Slope of the dragon is up. We're closer to Z2 than Z1. The 10-day high, we're a fraction, 0.13% away from that 10-day and 30-day high. Today, the 10-day high or 10-day low was 327.7. Tomorrow, that moves up to 330.81, a considerable raise. The PSAR today was 331.60. Tomorrow, it'll be about 332.60. You can see the top skin, spine, and the lower skin of the dragon. Everything in the dragon is now out of the river. This is an unusually strong upward move based on that fact. So all three of those are strong support levels. If the PSAR and 10-day low break, then it's quick, fast, and in a hurry down here to the previous RL10 peak and the Bollinger Band mean. If that breaks, then Z1 is the next rapid stop. So lots of layered support in here to protect you against that kind of sharp sell-off. So everything is optimistic. The RL270 is increasing. The entire 10-day period is well above the Bollinger Band mean, so this is a strong move that should be preserved. What worked today? Let's take a look at the sectors. So the S&P was up 0.32. The Russell was up 0.52. Diamonds were a fraction low at minus 0.30. So the sectors that worked today. Let's take a look at the sectors that were better than the S&P. So Japan 0.4, materials 0.45, healthcare 0.6, tech 0.67, emerging markets 1.3, consumer discretionary 1.3, oil itself 1.45, clean energy 1.7, silver 4%, wheaten 4.7%. Tesla and Nvidia in the tech space speculative winners 11.2 and 6.6. So lots of good strong company action up in here too. Wheaton, Cliff, Walmart and Home Depot getting it done. Home Depot just getting it done. Amazon and Google clustered here tightly around better than tech. U.S. Steel. So there's U.S. Steel and Cliff doing better than the S&P. In the battle between U.S. Steel and Nucor, U.S. Steel was the pair trade winner today. Treasuries, a fractional gain. Sectors that were worse than the S&P, commercial real estate, Simon Property Group was flat. Mexico, flat. Industrials, minus 0.5. Oil exploration, minus 0.6. Energy, minus 0.6. Financials, minus 1.6. Brazil, big loser today, minus 2.83. That was a great intraday trade to the south side. Nikola Motors and Kodak both getting smashed as usual. Devon Energy gave up a lot in the energy space, and so it's a daily summer that had a strong pullback, so I'll be stalking that one for critical state move in either direction. So lots of movers today, clear winners, tech, and then the defensive plays up here in Wheaton and silver. And then the old reliables, Home Depot, Walmart. That's the way to play it. A couple thumbnails to take a look at from Bob. We're just noticing Caterpillar, and this is on the 2-hour chart. So we saw the extreme move, and then the collapsing dragon in here, and then the 2-hour slide all the way down to 138 from the P1 at 144. So that's $6. It's about a 4% move, just from here down to here in a steady slide. That's what Caterpillar does. Stabilizes, then a low, a higher low, you get the nice run, and then the decay. Now it's back at a critical state where it was stabilized last time, so I'm ready to play a breakout in either direction, but the downside is the easier one to believe in, what with the Bollinger Band mean all the way down here, or I'm sorry, the 200 period down here. It's already below the Bollinger Band mean, dragon sloping down, getting ready to go from the fall into the winter. So on the short, the target would be back here at about 132. This one is taking a look at the Nasdaq Composite, now using a 9-day rather than a 10-day bar. So you get to front run that 10 period a little bit. This is almost like a 2-week candle. And what's useful to notice on this one is the power of the Z2 moves. That when everything is favorable in the summer, and that starts rolling over into the fall after a Z2 excursion, and then a PSAR flip, bang, there you go. And a Z2 excursion, summer into the fall, bang. And a nice summer move beyond a Z2 excursion, PSAR flip, fall, bang. And then the turning points on the downside also. When you get a 9-day Z2 excursion and a 1, 2, 3 entry, you're pretty happy about that as well. So the combination of the MACD histogram and then the RLCO framework up here for those longer term swings gives you the opportunity to take advantage of longer term trends. Okay. Tortoise daily report real quick. Overbought in all the time frames except for the 3-day. It was basically not moving. Almost ready to break above 25 to make it a strong bullish trend. Risk Z is still favoring the long side, but we're cautious now because of the decay here. There's the possibility of those short side volatility spikes. Everything except Latin America is above its 200 period moving average, but no signals on overreaction or channeling. The non-technicals, or the non-tech companies, are the min pains closest to their 10-day high: Home Depot, Walmart, McDonald's, Merck, and Procter. The 10-day max pains featuring Cisco, Boeing, ExxonMobil, Walgreens, and American Express. Daily tactical, a ton of dojis today. Plenty of choices in the auto framer, though. Cisco and Microsoft really stand out. So does IBM and ExxonMobil. A handful of RSI2 violators here. Anything that's in a single digit makes it of interest. It's like a 2-day washout. The big winners today: Merck, Walmart, Visa, and Home Depot. Big losers: Boeing, American Express, Morgan, Goldman, and Travelers. So the financial sector really got smashed. I'd be looking for some more downside follow through there tomorrow. In the ETF tactical, still plenty of dojis. Treasuries are still signaling channeling and overreaction, and it was up a little bit today, so I see some possible turnarounds. The big losers in Brazil, Latin America, and finance today. Silver recovered some of its mojo today, and thus Wheaton is on my short list as well. Usual suspects in the daily pinch and stretch: Cisco and Treasuries getting smashed the most. Intel trying to make some moves with a base at 48 with an upside of 52, as we saw this weekend. Let's see. Yeah, in the auto framer, a dozen symbols better than 2 to 1 with all the mechanical framing data that you need. The top shelf here, the most numbers of ATRs below their own RL270. These are the buy on dip opportunities or the deep value plays. So Intel, Cisco, In the bottom shelf are the ones that may be overheated. These are the relative strength winners. So you can reward upside momentum, but just know that these things are well above their long-term fair value. So Home Depot, McDonald's, Procter, Disney. Daily squeezes with today's very tight range. It's not unusual to see the range compression now favoring a bunch of symbols like tech, SPY, Euro 350, Microsoft. The whole market is in this compressed state, ready to break in either direction. To me, the easier one to believe in is the downside, because there's so many things that could go wrong. It's just hard to see how it springs in a big surprise to the north, but we'll follow price in any case. See a real distinction now between summer and not summer. The summer are the ones where it's winning. The biggest Z-scores are the ones that are dominating the most, and no surprises there. The ones in the spring is the earliest turnaround candidate, so Intel has got my attention as a value play for that reason. Caterpillar is also early in its summer move, and so there's plenty of room for that to expand to the upside too. NDX time frame, the bright greens are the ones that really dominated, and today that's the Walmart, Home Depot, McDonald's, and Merck. And then in the ETFs, it's consumer staples, tech, and consumer discretionary, although a nice move in metals and mining here, and in gold. Latin America and Brazil just getting smashed, though, so that's an area to look for easy short side moves. And that's everything I want to cover on the daily. Get this out to you. Sorry for the delay, but we had some work to do here tonight. Take good care. We'll see you in the chat room tomorrow.